everybody. Welcome to Midnight at the Crossroads radio show.
Yeah.
That's going to be our intro.
You roll with it.
Roll with it.
I was talking all the way through it, messed it up completely.
No, you're okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, welcome to our second radio show. Oh, welcome to our second radio show, Midnight at the Crossroads. I'm Sean Sellers with...
David Humphrey.
And Jake Bell.
Yes.
Jake Bell.
So, you know what? We have really been excited and I guess getting back in the groove of things. And it's almost like old times. It's almost like we never lost a day with y'all two arguing on Twitter. I mean, on tweeting back. What? Not Twitter. What? Texting back and forth.
Texting.
Yeah, texting back and forth.
Grandpa.
Y'all hadn't lost a beat. I mean, it's just like old times. And I missed it. I'm glad to be back.
I mean, I wasn't really arguing. I was just stating facts.
Yeah.
I was fact checking.
In a very angry way.
Well, speaking of it, I don't know if you said fact checking or you looked over here at me and said fact checking. Because if you're checking for fact, that's me. We have breezed down. We're sitting here in a fat coma.
Yes.
Is it coma? Jesus
I don't
Christ.
know, but dinner was delicious.
Yes. You know, me and Hope had a steak, fries, rolls, German chocolate cake. And Jake had a hamburger steak, right?
I did.
mushrooms,
With fries, salad, roll.
Yes.
We all had cake.
Now we're sitting here, fat, happy, and humble, and snoring's rolling in and getting this show started tonight.
It should be a good show.
So,
Good shoot.
so where are we gonna get started? Can I get started on the topic that I kind of fell into?
Yeah.
All right, and this is a conspiracy thing that I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying it's really, really a cool thing to think about and start looking into. And I want to encourage everybody else to kind of get into it and check this out. It's really cool. I was looking to Chris Cornell. You know, he passed away. I know I'm probably going to talk about him later on too, but I was kind of looking into his death and whatever and just playing around with stuff. And something came up about Dave Chappelle and Murphy. What's Eddie Murphy's brother, the one that just passed away?
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. Yes. Well, you know the whole thing about Dave Chappelle. And David, I know you're a huge Dave Chappelle fan and everything else. And you know when people basically walked away from the money and walked away from everything, he did it, and he basically called out the Illuminati.
Yes.
And about the money and everything else, and said he didn't want any part of it, right? And he left. And he named names. He brought up about how every African American actor has to wear a dress in movies. I mean, he completely called everybody out, right? But now there's something that people completely has overlooked. And if you go back and Google, go to YouTube, and watch this, you know, Dave Chappelle's back, right? He looks completely different than he ever has.
Bigger than ever.
And when they show him pictures of him, he's making hand signals and signs, right? And now he's going to be one of the richest people in comedy ever, almost, with the shows. And when he came back, they're saying that Charlie Murphy was an Illuminati sacrifice for him to come back. That was part of the deal for them to do Illuminati sacrifice for him to come back.
They sure do bring that up a lot, like with Kanye West's mom.
Yes.
Her being a sacrifice.
I mean, it comes up constantly, more and more. And you know, Dick Gregory, the former comedian, if you ever YouTube him, he's really interested to see some of his conspiracy and what he says about Bill Cosby and everything else.
Well, you know, also about the money and the Dave Chappelle, Netflix give him unbelievably amounts of money for I think 2 or 3 shows that he had already pre-recorded. All they did was give them the masters to it. That's really kind of creepy.
Yes.
The shows that he did that got all the money, they were not live up-to-date shows.
David, wiggle the connection to your microphone a little bit.
Okay.
That is way better.
Okay, because it wasn't plugged all the way in.
Way to
Jake.
wiggle it, David.
I'm a good technician.
Wiggle. Okay.
I'm an excellent technician. How dare you?
But I tell you somebody who else was in that Dave Chappelle boat, and he's just now getting back, and he's actually coming to Montgomery in a few months, is Cat Williams.
Yeah.
I would
Cat
love
Williams
to see
went
Cat
against
Williams.
went against the Illuminati. He got arrested, 7, 8 times?
Yeah.
He had all that trouble. I mean, it's just something that people should research and start looking into.
And, you know, I'm not saying believe this stuff, and I'm not saying I do. Please don't think that. But the point is, it's really fun to look into and listen to and see where it goes and avenues. And that's really when it kind of got my attention.
You know, with Cat Williams, I'd love to see him live, but do I want to see him in Montgomery?
Wonder what that show's gonna be like in Montgomery.
Where is it going to
Is
be?
it an Impact?
Yeah, you're the first I learned that they was coming.
Yeah, he is coming.
Because I saw Ron White came to the Impact, and that made kind of sense. Like, Ron White's actually a much dirtier comedian than you would have seen on the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. And I'm wondering if that's the show he played, or...
I'm just not a big comedy guy live. I love watching the movies, like some of
Yeah.
the shows at home, or even listening to them. But I don't know if I want to go to those comedy shows. But I would go see Cat Williams.
Yeah, he will be in Montgomery on June the 24th at 8 o'clock at the Renaissance.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's not that bad.
we should all get tickets and go.
What musician came here that did the I Ain't Scared song or whatever?
Did the what?
Is his name Bone something? Help me out
Bone
here.
Crusher?
Yeah, where like the dude got shot. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
you talking about Dobie?
No, not
No.
the rapper, but there was shootings in the crowd during the performance.
Oh,
Like fights broke out.
I haven't heard that. I must have a shelter.
was this what
It-
happened?
it
at
was a
Riverwalk
long time
several
ago.
years ago.
It was a long time ago.
Wait, no, well, yeah, that was a few years ago.
Yeah, it was
Wherever-
several years ago. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I remember that vaguely.
But let's go back to what you had started.
Okay.
Chris Cornell.
Okay. Now, yeah, here, I'm gonna say this because you two guys know him, and I'm gonna be honest. I've heard of Audio Slave, but I've really never heard of him personally ever before. And today, when I was looking around and I started playing some of his acoustic stuff, and he is absolutely amazing, and I'm a fan now.
My opinion of it when I got up this morning and seen it, I'm just very disappointed and sad. It saddens me that a brilliant person with so much talent killed himself. It's just, why? He played last night, had a great show. What made him in the middle of the night just decide, hey, I'm going to hang myself? That's it's just strange to me, Jake. What do you think?
I think he kind of went out on his own terms.
By hanging
I can
yourself
see
in a
that.
hotel room?
Sure, why not? Who cares at that point?
But do you think there's something underlying more to it?
I believe
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Yes. Has to be something else.
I don't think he got suicided. But there's not that much out right now to really say, but
I'm gonna tell you this: what I've read today, and the first thing I thought of when they found him with a cord tied around his neck is that it was some type of sexual thing and a fixation.
maybe that's what got the guy in the Kung Fu TV show, David Carradine.
Yeah, but there's more. There was a little more sinister with Carradine.
It really was. Like, wasn't he some mob trying to get him or something?
Yeah. There's a lot of things.
There was a case in Montgomery like that.
Yes, there was.
Yes,
with
a
a
highly,
preacher.
highly upscale person that all mysteriously died.
But that cat was in a diving suit
Yes.
and had a
Toys.
vibrator up his butt
Yeah.
going when they found
Oh
him.
my god.
Yeah, that's the truth.
That is not how
That
you
is
want to
a
be
party,
remembered.
man. That is a party. His wife was out of town.
Oh no.
I
Could you
remember that
imagine your
happening.
wife coming home and you're dead in the living room in a
Oh no.
diving suit with an adult toy? That's sick.
Now let's get, since we're on this subject, let's go ahead and go down that little wormhole with that. All right, what's the fine line of perversion? Because to me, now let me tell you, and since I'm back, we'll kind of dive in. Since I'm back out in this dating world, I have realized that I'm a real fuddy-duddy.
Yes.
And I really am. And I'm okay with that. But I am a real fuddy-duddy. Now, what's the fine line with that?
I'll tell you a
honestly?
good way to really know. It's when you make something that has nothing to do with sex about sex. Like, for instance, a diving suit.
But that's not perversion.
Yeah.
That's really
That's
not.
the
That's more
definition
of
of perversion. It's called a fetish.
Okay, it's a fetish, but
Fetishes are perversions.
I've seen people
Is
have
David
fetishes
struggling
over.
over it?
No, I've seen people have fetishes over food.
Like cake
That's
farts.
not sexual.
farting on a cake is not sexual, but some people really like that.
Is that real?
Yeah, I showed you the video. You don't
That's
remember?
right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot.
Jake, that's sick. I mean, but that, you know what? That boils to mental health issues.
Are you sure?
Because the question was
Are you going
the
to offend our
perversion.
audience?
But here's the thing. Now, all right, let's go.
So,
let's go.
David, what's not perverted to you? I think that's a better.
What's not perverted?
Yeah. Feet.
Feet's not perverted to me.
That has nothing to
I
do with
like
sex.
feet.
Has nothing to do with
But
sex.
I like feet.
Has nothing to do with sex.
Perversion to me is
You can't
the
impregnate a foot.
Hold on. Perversion, in my opinion, is anything underlying it that has to do with sick, twisted stuff. And
Well,
I'm talking
what's
about,
your definition
I'm talking
of
about
sick,
I'm talking
twisted?
about messing with kids,
Like I'm gonna.
rape.
Now you're talking felonies.
That's right. That's perversion.
So
to
if
me.
it's not a felony, it's not perverted.
Oh, Jake, come on, man.
I'm just asking.
Okay. I like pizza.
Yeah, but do you want to do
I don't wanna
anything
have
with
sex
your
with pizza.
organs?
No. The thing is about perversion is what do you interpret it?
Well, here we go. I like cheeseburgers.
Yes.
And I've eaten cheeseburger naked with a girl plenty of times in a room, and it wasn't sexual. It was
That
like
says
I
a
love
lot about
cheeseburgers
you.
as much as I love sex. But I've just got done with sex, and I'm fixing to enjoy these cheeseburgers.
Is that better than a cigarette?
That's
hell
probably
yeah.
like
So
the Who wants to have a cigarette?
Maybe I need
really?
to try that.
Hey, and you know, since we're all open and we're on all this stuff.
I think you just created a new fetish.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
People out there listening are like, "Ooh."
I'm gonna share with you guys my dating experience.
Oh no.
Of last Friday, since I've been silent about it, and y'all can judge with me if I'm completely wrong about how this went down. Is that a deal?
Sure.
All right.
All right. Well, basically, I drove and met this lady that I met, right?
Okay.
And we went to dinner,
Right.
and you know, it went okay. But you know, I knew I had a feeling when we went. She said, "Yeah, I got fired today."
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Well, you know, I took it in account. Hey, you had a lot of problems. Y'all tell me this is where I'm wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went to dinner. We had dinner, and I thought it was going. I couldn't tell, and then I was thinking, all right, she had dinner, and then when we got done, she ordered pudding. I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem
Okay.
with ordering pudding.
Are we talking banana pudding
Banana
here?
pudding.
I
No,
want a
it's-
banana pudding.
It's okay.
It's less creepy than chocolate pudding.
Yeah,
Yes.
banana pudding was fine, right?
Like Van Camp's
Yeah.
chocolate pudding.
So when we left, we're leaving and everything's okay. And then we got done, you know, and I dropped her off. We said bye, and I was like, she didn't thank me for dinner.
Hold on. Everybody stop. Stop, Sean. You drove somewhere, picked this lady up,
Yeah, better.
took her to eat,
Yes.
took her home, and that's the day?
No, I went to eat,
Oh.
and we met halfway because she lives
Okay.
further north.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I took her to eat, and I was like, I dropped off, and I was like, she didn't thank me for dinner.
Where'd you guys go?
To Jim and Nick's.
Did you get at least a hug?
Oh, I got a hug and all that stuff, right? But this is where it got.
Is hug code for something?
No. I got a
Okay.
hug, and she gave me a kiss.
All right, just that's
All
the
right.
thank you.
All right, but no. So I'm driving, and I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, man, she didn't thank me for dinner. And then I started running it through my head, and then I get a text from Burnett and them that said, come out with us. And I went, and I had, I met them, and it was not my scene, and I had one drink, right, that they bought. And I got in my phone, I checked my phone, I was like, she didn't thank me for dinner. So I went home, I went to sleep that next morning, and said, I'm going to get a text, and she's going to thank me for dinner and everything,
And
you
then
know.
you opened the text up and it was a video of her farting on a cake.
Wow.
So I didn't
Wow,
get
dude.
it. Now y'all tell me if this is wrong, all right? You don't even have to put this in the show, but I just want to know. I mean, all right.
Of course it's going in the
So
show.
what I did was I was like, she didn't thank me, and I sent her a text that morning and said, well, I really enjoyed hanging out, but I don't appreciate you not thanking me for dinner. Don't ever contact me again.
Did you really tell her that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So-
what did she respond back to that?
How sorry she was and apologetic and all that. She had a lot going on.
Oh, you know what? There's no excuse for that. Hey, you
No.
know, cut the
Hold on,
bullshit.
you know-
Oh, Jay.
Wait, before you jump in, this is why I want you guys' opinion.
Sure.
And it's a serious thing. I'm a serious question now. I stuck to my guns. Now, you tell me, is that an effect to that? Was I wrong, or is because I got done so dirty in my prior relationship that I'm looking at things differently now? and the little things matter. Honestly, y'all give me your honest
All
opinion.
right, Jake. Here we go. One, I think he's looking at things a little bit different, and I applaud you for it. Two, whether she lost her job, whatever, she had that date planned. That was not a spur of the moment thing. That was a planned date. She knew she was going on the date. And plus, it's common courtesy. The problem with people today in their dating world and relationship world, no communication. It's via text, everything, and there's no empathy, I guess is the word I'm looking for. You have to be appreciative of anything. I mean, am I just such a douchebag, Jake? Because I believe that. She should have thanked you for the meal. She should have thanked you for coming to see her. I mean, both of y'all driving halfway to even have a date. Man, come on. Human decency. We've lost it in this world. Kids don't have it. They don't respect nothing. They all want something, but they're not wanting to give.
And here's the thing too, and I hate to be picky, and I'm gonna got two things I'm gonna hit on that. And it wasn't like she ordered a petite salad. She got that large barbecue combo that Hump gets. That's where the double. You get two things.
The conglomeration.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about there, Tim. And then she turned around, and then she turned around and added the banana pudding. And I was like, and then she didn't eat it, but see, she had a whole bunch of leftovers, and got it all to go.
Mm-hmm. So you felt kind of used, really.
I did.
I could see how that all building up. I don't know. I
Jake,
I agree
that goes
with
back
you.
to what I'm bitching about, human decency.
Yeah.
No care in the world. I won't. Nobody wants to give nothing.
Sean, I think you know a lot more now exactly what you want, and someone that couldn't think to do that is just ain't on your list.
Yeah. Because, it wasn't like I wanted anything out of it. Honestly, I don't know.
You're really old school with the way you think about things. I am too. So I can appreciate that. Yeah, I could see that really tipping you over the edge on a first date for sure.
Yeah, it got me. And dating, like Cum said, is really, really hard. Especially
Yes.
with your lifestyles and the way the world's changed and the way people are. Even back in my day, if we go back when we first started doing this stuff, when Hump was wide open, I was wide open.
Wow.
The game was changed. The game has changed immensely.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe you're doing it truthfully. People just don't have that care anymore, or that genuine care. Like I said, we live in a world that everybody wants, but nobody wants to give. It's funny because on the first few dates that me and Melanie had gone out with, the first thing I told her is do not bring your representative with you on the date. Be yourself. Be your complete self. Don't bring your representative, because there's so many couples today that put on a front for so long in the beginning. It's like they're playing the representative, and then after you do like them, and you find out a year down the road that's not really who you were dating, because the truth, the real person comes out. That's not fair to both parties. Be yourself.
Yeah, but the hardest thing, I am 43 years old of twisted seal and sex appeal.
Ooh.
But there is
What?
not much left in this tank for me to hide. I have nothing to show you now but myself. Now, when Hunt made a great point, is that's what you have to do. And that's something, the biggest difference now is I can't hide.
Did anyone else kind of zone out for a second and picture David giving that speech in a high school gymnasium somewhere?
But no, Jake.
No, you
joke.
can't hide.
No,
I think you're
seriously.
tired of hiding, frankly.
That's right. But Sean, you shouldn't have to hide about nothing.
That's why you wear them shorts right now.
Hey,
Same here. I'm
I can
right
wear
here with
athletic
you.
shorts and a polo shirt, but
Athletic shorts.
Athletic shorts, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I was saying, and a
Basketball
regular
shorts.
golf shirt. I'm all over. But I really want to find and have a normal relationship, if there's such of a thing.
I don't think
There
you're
he
normal
is.
enough. I think you got to find the crazy that complements your crazy to summarize a Facebook post somewhere.
You think so?
You got to find the crazy that complements your crazy. That's basically the only reason me and Jenny work.
Well, maybe we can add listeners on the show.
Oh, you're gonna get
Well,
a date for win a date with Sean Sellers?
Well, Hump loves angles.
That's right.
Wow. I think my love life
I'm
could
a
be a
builder.
really fun angle to talk about.
To paranormal love.
Hold on, no.
No, this is how the world's
seriously.
changed. This is how the world's changed.
You're right. The world has changed in the past 6 years.
15th
A
color.
complete 360.
Winds
And Sean's in the midst of it, trying to date, and everybody's career-minded, work-minded. They have children. They're trying to make ends meet. The world around us is chaos. And I want to segue into this that we talked about last week because I've thought about it all week.
Oh no.
The question that come up last week was, are more and more places haunted? Or is it the people?
What?
No, listen, we talked about this.
Yeah,
Okay.
It is the people that are haunted.
Oh yeah.
And the people, mental health and oppression, depression, demonic possession, whatever bucket you want to put it in, people are covered up in it. And they're out of control. You can look at it in any neighborhood across America, any state. People are haunted. Now, Jake, with more people haunted, and what is it, Sean, that your, what is it, your energy, if you have a bunch of negative people in the room, the
Yeah.
room's going to be negative.
Oh yeah, it'd be negative.
Sure.
What's happening to all the people that are in this funky place that it's haunted themselves? What's happening to everything around us?
We're broken. This is like really. I can jump in here two ways, and y'all can tell me if y'all think I'm just batshit insane what I'm fixing to say.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
All right. So one of the biggest things that I hear where people involved in this field they make the mistake, and this is just my opinion, is that they say, "Well, this person's mentally ill. It's not demonic," or "This person's this." Let me clarify. And if you are under any type of demonic attack, you're going to have mental illness with it. There's no way
yeah.
not to have one without the other. I mean, there's just absolutely not.
You're going to show a lot of the same symptoms of certain mental illnesses.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And if you have a lifetime of attack, a lifetime of communication, a lifetime of experiences without grasping and understanding of it, you're going to have a form of mental illness toward it. Even the people that can handle it has a form of mental illness, and the people that does try to understand it and dive into it, normally, and you can look in our field, goes batshit insane if you can't
True.
control the energy and the balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where we at, when we did the show a long time ago, right before 2012, we talked about this is the year of it. It's a year of enlightenment. This is the year of this place. But now this is a time of where broken people, where the shell, where so many of us are broken. But as we start to get away the remnants of the shells of who we thought we were, we're starting to find the real us. So we all might have thought we knew who we were, but we really never really knew because we're starting to get down to the roots and the bare bones of who we really are and really what's it about in the field and in life. It's no such thing to me as we got the paranormal community, we've got this community, we've got the world, the real life, what's really happening. And what people are encountering, there's a supernatural battle going on in your life. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, whether it's in the spiritual realm, the mental realm, the physical realm, it's going on and it's happening. You've got to acknowledge it. And people are being attacked on all fronts. So you have to understand that it's a process. And when you go into cases and trying to help a family, you're bringing broken people in to help that family. You think that our entire team is completely sane and ready to go. It don't happen. So you have to find that balance and accept who you are and what you're bringing into that case. Have I gone all over the place?
No, but
That's
I do
okay.
want to add this to it.
Because we've been thinking about that recently. I mean, recently we've got several cases popping up.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like everything's back again.
Well, how about this, Jake? With the mental health, if you're possessed and with the mental health, and which I'm a huge advocate for mental health for Alabama, which is completely, our government here completely took mental health out. But hear me on this one. If you have a subject that has mental health and who is under a type of possession, does the medication from the mental health issues mask the problem?
Depending on the problem, it can. Because what the medications are treating are symptoms. Like
Because
you're
there's
not
going to be some
curing a
listener out there that's
disease.
got a mental health problem or is under medication that's going to listen to this and is going to go, they're going to have to really figure things out on their
Yeah,
own because
you have to.
there's not any help for them.
Especially these days, even with just regular illnesses, you're your own advocate because the doctors aren't looking out for you anymore.
No, they're not. They're looking out for their pocket.
Unless you find like that one golden dude that's actually still pretty good, they're going to want you to have several tests and never going to be able to diagnose you. You have to kind of step up and call them on their stuff.
You know, and since we're all on this, I'm going to touch on this a little bit. I said that too, it's just my legs.
I was wondering why you were taking pictures of your athletic shorts.
I was sending it to y'all. And Mari.
I appreciate that. That'll be my wallpaper.
but to get back to, honestly, this is something that I've learned. And, you know, we always talk about practice what we preach and everything else. And over the years of doing this work and being in this field, and as Hump just took a picture of everybody, I'm wearing a gold shirt and I look like a bright Easter egg.
I got a Ghostbusters shirt on.
But
I think I'm worse.
But I lost my train.
You should have.
Yeah.
You should have.
All right, but I have literally. All right, this is what I've realized and gotten back to. You know, everything I've gone through with my recent problems and with my divorce and everything else happening and separation and getting back to work in this field, something that I've learned and I never ever followed out of all these years of doing it, going around speaking and everything else about spiritual maintenance and everything else. No matter what your mental state is, no matter what your physical state is, you have got to spend some time daily on your spiritual self. Whether it's in the whether if it's in the Bible, whether it's in meditation, you have got to make that time every day. If you don't, that little bit chink in the armor will cause a break. You've got to do it daily.
It's even worse now. Yeah. It's not like, how it, I hate to say how it used to be because it's never been good, but yeah, if you don't get into that habit daily, it'll cause a break. I just repeated you.
Yeah.
I've added nothing.
No, that's fine. No, but if you think about it, I mean, that's something that I would honestly say, you got to do this every day, but I wouldn't do it. I would do it as needed, and I would, I would.
Can't end up like me.
Or end up like me.
Or end up like...
Yeah, think about everything I've preached over the years. Angels whispered and Satan shouts. Everything that I've preached and stuff, I didn't listen to what I was saying a lot of times. And it's cost me over the years. It's cost me in a lot of ways, but I think I'm wiser. And I know everything that's happened put me back in a place that I couldn't have never been without what I've been through. And I think we're able to finally do the work we're supposed to be doing now in a way we can never do it before.
True.
I think there's a natural sense of the ability to do it now without having to overindulge with things of getting the job done.
We're trying to find how to do it again, basically.
Yeah.
Like we can't do it the same way that we've done in the past. It's a whole different toolbox now. Would you say?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think you have to do it the same way you used to do it. We would have to do it because I think, here's my opinion on it. I thought about it after last night and we worked the case,
Yeah.
You think about our lifestyles the way it used to be, when we would go out, we would enjoy ourselves, we'd have a lot of adult beverages, we would do things, and we would have to do the work we would do, we would have to use a more energy than normal. And now we're at a balance, or I'm at a balance, where I'm living in the place where I need to be able to do the work, if that makes any sense.
It's not so draining.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that. I went right to sleep last night, but it wasn't anything crazy.
And here's the thing, and let us talk about something different too about it. Hump, you can chime in.
What?
All right, you know how we used to do the work, right? I used to do it because I wanted to try to help people. I said I'm here to help people, and I want to enjoy the experience of us hanging out, going and doing it, right? Mm-hmm. Now, the strange part of where I'm at right now, I would like to help people. That's a good thing, right? Okay. But I want to have a better understanding of what's out there, and if I can help people while trying to do that, so be it. Is that a weird way to approach it now? Does that put me in a bad state? Because it's not really the way it should be.
I think you're a lot more honest with your motives now. I don't think you ever you might have lied to yourself and said that's why you're doing it, but that's the reason you've been doing it this whole time.
Yeah. I mean, I want to help
Easily.
people, and it's a good thing, but that's not really.
It's okay to be honest and say, I'm not a big fan of people, in general anyway.
Yeah.
You can say that. It's okay. And as long as you're honest about your motivations, you can never lie to yourself.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be kind and you shouldn't do what you can do to extend a helping hand. Because we'll still do that, of course, because it's the right thing to do. And I think if you're honest about that's the experience you want, it'll strengthen you in a way that you know, like if you said, say, maybe you know you shouldn't go somewhere and do something, but you'd have to lie to yourself and have that motivation of, well, we need to help them.
Yeah.
You won't fall in that trap anymore.
No, not at all. And it almost killed us.
Yeah.
Literally did.
Yeah, you have to choose your battles and pick them wisely.
Yeah. Well, we got tons of topics for tonight. You want to try to jump on them?
Sure. How do you guys want to start? Or do you want me to lead?
Well,
Whoever.
you know what? Let's start with. We're going to start this segment as the cream puff segment for me.
Oh boy.
Oh, good.
This has really happened today.
Cream puff.
No,
Puff.
you know what?
Okay, okay.
I'm trying
What do
to
you
be.
think? Say
I'm
cream
trying
puff?
to be PG-13.
Just keep it real.
All right, this is fucktard.
Whoa.
Thursday.
Hey, where's rewind that? Just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Should I rewind that one?
No, you go.
I mean, here's the problem I have, and I'm so anal about this. Is
Speaking
these
of
cream
fetishes, you
puffs,
know.
Yeah.
these cream puffs with all this crap that's in the news.
Anal cream puffs.
How about this? This happened in Florida today.
Search history.
A neighbor caught a rattlesnake in his yard.
Ooh, I heard about that.
The neighbor comes out and he decides he wants to kiss the rattlesnake.
Oh no.
As he leans over to kiss the rattlesnake strikes at him and bites his tongue.
So he's dead
He had
now.
to get life flighted out of the neighborhood. He was put in a coma, but they say he's going to be okay. And I mean, come on, people.
Life flight.
I mean, really, come on.
He's wake up and be in debt
Is
for the
there
rest of
any
his life.
reason whatsoever that you want to walk outside and kiss a rattlesnake? That's unacceptable.
This was in Florida, right?
This is in Florida.
Are you that
This is
surprised?
just one of the many
Have you met
cupcake
people from
stories
Florida?
today.
Have you met people from that part of Florida?
But you know what? This goes back to what I've been preaching: mental health. This is a problem.
That's been pretty standard in Florida for decades now.
Kissing rattlesnakes?
Yeah, doing
Or
stupid
mental
crap.
health.
Wrestling gators.
That's for show. That's showbiz.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, I kissed a serpent for about 8 years and nobody ever
You
told
did?
me. They took a while to bite me.
wow.
Go
I
ahead.
think someone didn't listen. But
Wow.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I mean, it's just unacceptable behavior, and it's everywhere. Every time you turn on the news, it's either somebody's methed out now, or heroin overdoses, people wanting to kiss rattlesnakes.
Do you watch like Fox News all day in the pawn
Yes,
shop?
I do. All day
That's
long.
your issue, sir.
Well, you know what? No, because
Your
I hadn't
brain
even
is
brought-
like a sponge,
I
just
hadn't even brought this up.
soaked in the vile liquid that is.
I'm sick of hearing about Trump and all the
You can change the channel.
I know, but
So you know if SpongeBob's alright.
Watch Maury.
Yeah, my dad has a hobby.
uh,
He writes down the names of the people on Maury, and he posts them on the refrigerator for my mom to see when she gets home.
Are you
really?
kidding me?
No,
Why?
because
Why?
they're ridiculous.
Oh wow!
It's like La Contratancha Nietzsche,
Oh my God, Jake!
the German guy.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Doom.
That is crazy. That goes
Thank you
along-
for my color
that goes along
commentary.
with-
All right, is your anal cream puff segment done, David?
Yes, I mean
Okay.
I'm gonna do one every week.
Do you need to? That's
Because-
a good
because,
one. The
I
anal
mean-
cream puff segment.
What happened to goat sucker?
I've got that one, but that's more of a serious topic. Do you want to just
Is
jump
goat
into that?
sucker really a serious topic? But all right.
The goat sucker and what is it, the chupacabra?
Chupacabra.
That's brought back
The
up.
corn on the cob.
No, let's we can go. We want to
Okay.
jump on that. Let's
Yeah,
try to talk
all
about
right.
it a little bit.
Okay.
I think that segues very well, actually, from a man
What?
kissing a rattlesnake.
That's right. I saw a Facebook post that was from a Hispanic girl that I know
Oh,
of
no.
a Mexican news story. So the more I kept researching on it, the more different Mexican Hispanic stories I found.
You're just
on
trying so
the
hard not to
same
be
thing.
racist.
No, the same thing that we've researched and dealt with for the past 10 years.
You've been wrangling
The stories
chupacabras?
around the Tri-County area of Montgomery of,
Of goat suckers?
well, yes and no.
Sucking
The
at a
folklore of that would be the goat suckers.
Yes.
But the more I researched on the cases in Mexico versus Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, did you know the case that they were looking at in Kentucky, the researcher got killed on a train track? Did y'all
Chupacabra?
Yeah.
looking for it? All of a sudden,
Is that what he was looking for?
don't know.
A chup. Oh, David. Was that speculation
No, this is fact.
that he was looking for a chupacabra on the train track?
They were looking for a wolf-like man.
Oh, okay, a wolf man.
Okay.
Yeah. The chupacabra's the dog, the folklore
Lugaroo.
started in Mexico.
Well, here's the thing. Let me show you what I've heard of it. I knew Dave was gonna go on this, so I looked into it too.
Yeah.
Because the chupacabra is, to me, and y'all might attack me. The chupacabra is more of a could be a real creature than the Bigfoot or the Wolfman and everything else. I believe we've had credible sightings and interviews. I hadn't seen them, but we've interviewed credible people that had personal experiences and witnesses when we've interviewed them. But the chupacabra, if I'm not mistaken, didn't it pretty much originate where they said that it was a mixture of two animals and it was done in Puerto Rico?
Well,
then they moved it over to Mexico, then it got loose?
It's you've got two separate branching paths of that research, right?
Yeah.
You've got the one that's plausible, that is trying to figure out, is this a real creature that's kind of, maybe it was genetically manipulated, by genetically manipulated, bred specifically,
Yeah.
where it's not like some far-fetched dude splicing stuff in a lab. Is it just a natural creature that maybe is on the brink of extinction? And then you've got ones that say it has bat wings and flies.
Yeah.
And, Bigfoot took it on, and the Chupacabra took them on the UFO.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's some stuff I researched about that as well, guys.
Yeah.
Supposedly, some scientists at the Bentonville Research Center in Maryland, they were attempting to mix DNA with this goat, supposedly.
Yeah.
And, I've heard the wild experiments.
So did Burnett, but that was the
Oh,
perfect.
man, poor Burnett.
Oh, we're thinking about you, Burnett.
No, but then other people...
See, Burnett's not going to listen to this, so if you're a friend of
No.
Burnett's and you listen to this, please let him know that
Yeah,
he's not
yeah.
gonna have it.
But the other people that had sightings of this supposedly Goatman legend, what they described is something that we've had cases around here that's totally different. When you say Goatman, you're thinking of a goat, right? Well, this is the actual description from somebody they interviewed. One, it's an oddly shaped human-like torso, greasy fur, stood on hind legs, huge horns, and walks like a human.
Holy shit! I seen him at Big Star Tavern last Friday night.
For those that don't live in our
Go ahead,
area,
Dad.
He was at Sean's.
Big Star Tavern is an incredibly seedy place. So there you go.
I'm sorry.
What
go ahead,
Sean
Dad.
Sellers was doing there, no one knows.
Go ahead.
What were you doing there?
Visiting friends.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Friends.
And then once again, there's another story in Wisconsin and Maryland where a group of scientists went rogue and started experimenting.
They went
but
rogue?
what's so funny, the same thing that I researched, the cases in Mexico, the exact same thing, that people were messing around with the clones, the DNA,
I think
stuff like that. But you remember the case that we had in Lowndes County
Yeah.
Sure.
of what happened? These are the same cases with horse and cattle in Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be careful when you have these rogue scientists and all that this doesn't cross into the urban legend territory, where there was some speck of truth in there, but it gets distorted by somebody, Chinese telephone. You know what I'm saying?
But to talk about what Hump's saying though too. Well, we know for a fact. about the mutilations type of things
That
and
was
the
horribly racist. I just realized that. Sorry, go ahead.
about the mutilation
Yes.
stuff that has gone on all over the United States and in different forms. But
Yeah.
what happened with what David saw with the chupacabra and stuff? It to me, it looked more of like a cattle mutilation than it was a chupacabra attack. Just the way it was circling around and different things like that. That's the first thing I thought of. When I looked over it.
You have to be careful about people seeing something and then trying to make sense of it based off, not such a good source. Like, they see that and they go, oh, that must be chupacabra. And then in their mind at that moment, okay, it was a chupacabra attack.
But there is a camp out there that believes a lot of the chupacabra stuff, the Bigfoot and all that, are aliens.
There is.
Yes.
They also believe Elvis is alive.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
There's
seriously,
a group.
he's
It's
dead.
not the same group, I hope.
Yeah.
Jake, he's spot on about the aliens because there was a little bit that I read today about that.
So, okay, question. Before you go any further,
Okay.
talking about Bigfoot and aliens, right? Okay,
Correct.
okay. Think about this. What if Hollywood, with the resurgence of the Star Wars franchise, is trying to get us to accept Bigfoot driving a UFO because Chewbacca? Thoughts? Do you know who Chewbacca is?
Yeah, but you know what? We've actually talked about this in past shows.
Doesn't Chewbacca
That we
look
were-
like a Bigfoot?
He does.
That the
really
government
does.
and Hollywood has always set us up for something. We went through the years of vampire movies. We went through the years of sci-fi movies. We went through the years of alien movies,
Not
where
really
it was psyching
vampires.
yourself up. So when the mothership come out, we wouldn't be afraid of it.
Hump's right and Jake's right too. We talked about the exact same thing with Land of the Lost.
Yes.
With the center of the Earth
Oh,
theory
yeah.
and the
Yes.
reptilians and all that.
Well,
It's the same
that
thing.
Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
but no, the actual
No, the
TV
original show.
Oh, yeah.
That
That
outdates
was-
you a little bit, don't it? The original show.
Sean, that shows us how old we are.
I saw it. Actually, I've seen several episodes because it came on Sci-Fi in the summer.
We used to watch it on Saturday mornings. It came on after the cartoons.
Hold on.
That's Sid and Marty Krofft, man.
Hold
I
on.
know
And
that.
another one with that was a
What about Lidsville?
Chinese space show
Yes.
where Godzilla fought the space guys, and it was okay for the spaceships to come and interact.
Yeah, sure did.
You know,
The
that was
Godzilla cartoon?
Yeah.
It was the little Japanese pilots, like space pilots, and they would fight the Godzillas and stuff.
Yeah, he had the
Oh, the
main
guys-
character was a big golden thing with horns, and he would fight Godzilla and stuff. And
I remember that show too. That's really old.
That I don't know. I don't know that, but then again, I don't. I'm not.
It's really old,
Yeah.
Jay. We're old men.
Okay. I'm sure I got stuff you don't know.
but
So that's okay.
I believe they do set us up for that.
I do too. I think so.
Sure.
Definitely. What other type of topics we got tonight?
Well, we have a video, and our most viewed video, if you're ready to get into this,
We can get into it. Let's do it.
is your Crossroads story, right?
Okay. Yep.
Now, if you search Midnight at the Crossroads, some dude's song comes up, and then it's like very shortly you'll get into people trying to do a Crossroads ritual.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't go into it in the story. You didn't really say what you did, and you don't necessarily have to, but
Yeah.
I think the show Supernatural really kind of gussied it up for people.
Yeah.
And some of it's okay, some of it's not, but basically what they did is they went to some scouted location where it's, cross dirt roads, very atmospheric, right? You had a certain type of flower that grew on either side of the crossroad. They took a cigar box, they put black cat bones in it. I think in that flower, and they put like a picture of themselves in it. And then they would bury it. And then a tall black dude would show up with black eyes and try to get a soul.
Yeah.
So, we all kind of know the fable, sell your soul to the devil at crossroads at midnight, right?
Yeah.
And that's about as far as most people get. Well, there's a big paranormal thing going on YouTube. I don't know if it's still popular or what, but the videos are still out there. And people are doing all kinds of different rituals, and they're there by themselves, which I will not believe. They got a friend in a car somewhere.
Yeah.
And they got themselves a camera. I haven't seen one with night vision yet, so they have a giant flashlight on their camera like we do, like
Yeah.
we've got. And they're shining it around. Who are you? Where are you at? Do you like chicken? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All these pertinent questions. What should they be doing? If they want subscribers, if they want people to smash that like button,
Here's the
what
thing.
do they need to do?
What are they gonna do? We'll get into.
Besides have Hump dress in all black with a ski mask,
Yeah, that's
stand
right.
out in the field.
Here's the interesting thing that's not talked about a lot, and you brought it up, and I'm gonna bring it up just because I always thought this was interesting, and I don't think I could have talked to this about you guys, brought this up before. All right, when Tommy Johnson did it, who did it before Robert Johnson? And
Right.
Robert Johnson did it, right?
And several
Yeah, but
millennia before that.
we'll stick to those main two, right?
Sure.
Both of them says throughout that that they went to the crossroads, they did their ritual, and Scratch showed up, and Scratch was a white man.
Yeah, he's always been. That's the
Now
funny thing,
hold on,
always been
yeah,
white, right?
he's white. Scratch is white when African American goes, and when white goes, Scratch is black. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever noticed if you go there and you sell your soul, and you do go through that ritual and you completely let them get whatever's vice, it's for white it's normally the black, and when it's black it's normally white. Scratch, and it does that
Yeah.
to give you that different version of you to picture something as evil, and it could be how you perceive it and how you might see it, but it's something that a lot of people have never really brought up, and I've always thought that's really, really interesting, to it. And people forget, too, that the Crossroads is not really just for selling your soul. They would bury suicide victims there. You could get a rock from a running stream, get it from the running stream, rub that rock over a wart that you have or a mole that you don't want, and take it to the Crossroads and bury it, and that wart's supposed to come off.
Now I'm gonna press you here before you get too far away.
Okay.
I don't know that I've ever pressed you on this before.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you that I can edit it out if
Okay.
you respond and you don't want to
All
say
right.
anything about it later.
All right.
When you did it, did you see anybody? Did Scratch appear? Now I'm not asking for symbolism. Did Scratch appear?
No, we was cut off at the pass by those black-eyed beings.
So Scratch did not come for you.
No,
Wonder why?
I don't know. Something did. Something came for us, but it wasn't Scratch.
No. Right, it wasn't. Scratch did not show.
No,
Have you thought about the reasoning about that yet?
I have not.
Soul's already gone.
What?
What if you don't have a soul to sell?
Yeah.
We talk about it a lot, but think about that. How many times have you preached generational cursing? And someone being able to sell your soul for you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Explain a lot, wouldn't it? Explain
Yeah,
all
I've
these
never really
marriages.
thought about
But,
it.
but Jake, what you're really saying is somebody's brokeraged his soul.
Yeah,
Somebody's done used that and basically brokeraged
Yeah.
his soul and sold
he's not
it for him.
promised to Scratch.
But I think but we've talked about there's certain people brought back to this age and this time period that that they might have not had a choice to come back, or they might have chose to come back, but they've got a purpose and a job to do.
Now think. Why can that still not be the case? Well, how's that cancel it out?
I don't know.
It
You know,
doesn't.
it
Nothing
doesn't.
in your life points to it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But
But think about, what does that mean? What does that really mean for your soul to be sold? Depends a lot on who's the master, doesn't it?
it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Think about who the master is.
Yeah.
I'm getting into really cryptic stuff right now, but we'll get into it later.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to go ahead and hit
Let's
it up,
just get
because
into it. I'm
this is
thinking
serious.
now. I'm thinking about it now. I know Hump's over there thinking too. And Hump was there that night.
Pause it. Do we want to go into this tonight on the radio show and this be out in the public?
course.
Well, the story's out in the public.
Exactly.
The story we're talking about is in the public.
So why not let's examine the repercussions of that?
Let's talk about it. We're good right now. Let's roll.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before we got into really
Let's roll with it. Yeah.
personal stuff.
We'll roll with it right now.
All right.
I mean,
Now, if we really stop and think about things, your earliest memory that you've told to me anyway, where were you? Don't lie to me.
see, I wasn't prepared. You talking about?
How am I supposed to prepare you for this?
Yeah.
I was in a place that didn't exist, in a place of peace with people around, and they had the cup.
In other words, not a physical place.
No, not a physical place.
There are people around you that you didn't know but you knew were familiar.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there was a cup.
Yeah.
What was in the cup? Tell me.
There was a cup you had to drink out of.
And you knew that. For some reason, you know that that's what was the case.
Yes.
You drank of the cup, and then what happened?
I was born.
Then you were born, right?
Yeah.
In other rituals, what would that symbolize? What would that symbolize to you drinking of a cup?
David?
Communion.
Okay, you got communion. That's the Christian mythology.
That's the Christian
But
thought.
Sean ain't. We ain't.
Well-
no. Sean, in your teachings, who drinks of a cup first, and then who drinks second? Let's think about that. Think about
The
how this
master
works.
drinks and then the disciples drink.
Did you drink first or second?
I don't remember. I drank first. I'm not
That's a
gonna lie.
damn good question.
I drank first.
So you believe that the people around you were your.
I don't believe that, but I did drink.
You don't
first.
know, but you know that you
Yes.
drank before any of them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I know that to be fact. Where I remember. I remember that distinctly.
I think it's good questions.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't passed around. It wasn't like any of the other rituals that
So if we abandon the idea of master first, disciple second, the whole Christian mythology, and what else would that symbolize to you?
in my mind, it was a cup of life that you had to have to come back.
So you basically partook of the liquid of life,
Yeah.
more or less.
Come back.
Okay.
Almost like a rebirth.
So it wouldn't smack to you of a covenant of some sort. Maybe just between spirit and body.
You know what? Here's the thing. It was something that where I had no recollection of until I was at that place. I remember it distinctly. I remember drinking it from the cup, and I remember that's it. I'm here. Life.
So no way to know until the other side for the most
Yeah.
part.
It
So-
wasn't evil. It wasn't anything dark. It wasn't anything bad. It was peace. It was airy.
Sure.
I remember it distinctly. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, you're starting there in peace, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're moving toward another thing. So you get brought up with, your grandmother, which she teaches you the ways of
Yeah.
folk magic, hoodoo.
Yeah.
You have a very normal childhood. See things you really shouldn't see.
Yeah.
You always taught that they were absolutely real.
Yeah.
And you absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
You do everything in your power to not experience any of that.
I do.
Although you're, well, I mean, I'm not saying now. I'm at that point.
Even now.
We're walking. Yeah, even now, sure.
Yeah. Go ahead though. Yeah.
Because that would kind of suck to live in that 24/7 for sure.
Yeah.
You're taught, but you reject the teachings.
Yes. Absolutely.
You still retain some of it, but you're forced into some of it. As a kid, you just knew it wasn't normal, and you didn't want to.
Didn't want it. No.
Yeah, you wanted to be regular. David, that cat is trying to drink water. Please do not squirt him.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
He's
Wow.
trying to give David love.
And David says no
I'm
love.
wanting to blast the cat. Go ahead and blast him.
Jeez. Just distracting
He
everybody.
just wanted to shoot the cat.
So
Kill
evil.
him.
All right, getting back on track.
All right.
So, even though you reject all that, you and David start screwing around with cemeteries.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Why?
Why? You know.
If
why
you
did we,
if you're
Sean?
running away from all that in your home life, why are you going back to it in your
Well,
social life?
you know, Hump and I.
Are you scamming girls? Is that what you're doing?
No.
Now, when Hump and I did use the creepy side of us.
We
as
were
a pickup
pushing
thing.
envelopes.
We did use
We were
it as-
experimenting.
But we did push the envelope.
We did.
We did.
I mean, I think it was a life experiment.
We really wanted to push the envelope. We know what, honestly, Jake, we felt invincible. And we did everything you weren't supposed to do.
That's
Even
right.
so,
But
do you kind of understand what I'm asking?
And you know, here's the thing. We was conceited to enough at a certain point in our life, we thought we could conjure something up as
are you?
as
Go ahead.
cold as this one thing is, and almost beat it. I don't know what we was thinking.
we
So-
thought
so-
that we were slicker than what was really out there.
Are you going to continue to deny the invisible hand in your life?
Yes. Right now.
Because you're in it no matter what.
Yeah.
Has that not been brought completely clear to you?
Yo, it is. It is. It's tough though.
So think about this. You're growing up with a grandmother that can teach you to do that
Yeah.
based on everything that I see. I've never met her. I don't know,
Yeah.
but based on all discernible evidence, my house is in the shooting gallery, David.
Yeah.
Go pay your $20 or whatever it is at the range. Quit shooting cats.
Keep going.
Go ahead.
It's getting good.
And yet you entirely, completely reject her teachings to go do it anyway? Doesn't that seem a little bit like you might be a little bit confused?
Well, here's the thing.
Now, I'm not saying you are now, but I'm just trying to get you to look at things a little different.
Let's say you got to see you. It's hard to put yourself in our place at that time period in our age, because
Sure.
we was young people
Mhm.
with immense amount of power, and that's the truth. And it was easier to choose the path we took than take the other path.
Than to do it right.
Yeah. And I don't think I would been as good as I am or can be now. Or let's be honest, I don't think I could be as good as I am now if we wouldn't have took that path. I'm pretty fucking good when I want to do it, and I don't think anybody can do it.
Do you see what the point I'm getting at?
Sean, you see what he's trying to say?
No, I don't. But the point is,
You don't have a choice. Embrace your fate.
but the point is,
But,
okay.
Hey, Jake, I think he knew what he was doing. I think it's just like this.
You tried to
Hey, don't
summon
drive your
Scratch.
truck in a mud puddle, and you drive your truck through the mud puddle.
No,
anyway.
it's not even that, man. It's like, okay, let me show you how to drive your truck through a mud puddle. And then Sean punches him in the face, gets in the truck, and does it and wrecks.
yeah.
That's just pushing the envelope. He already knows the outcome of the truck going into the mud.
But are you still learning from that?
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing, I have.
Could you have learned any other way?
No. But I have I've always had an amazing support cast that I know that God sent. You know,
Talk a lot about God and to openly deny him.
I'm just saying. I mean, you think about it. I mean, people don't give Hump credit for what he's able to do spiritually. What Hump has seen and done since childhood is amazing.
If you could remove that curse from me, David, that would be nice.
I mean, you're not cursed.
I know.
None of us are. We're truly blessed people.
You did buy me a delicious hamburger steak.
No, seriously. Think about this.
Yeah.
With our experience, with everything that we've come through,
Yeah.
and everything that we've been, we knew as youngsters what we needed to.
All right. Drop
go
the
through.
vernacular, David.
All right.
Let's give these people some color.
Okay, give it to them.
You were little badass gangster wannabes.
We wasn't one.
No, we wasn't.
Come on now.
We were not.
We was not one of these.
What made you not want to be?
Because we backed it up. If you talk the talk, I mean, we talk the talk.
No, just because you beat people up don't mean. Come on.
We were very powerful.
We don't want to go down that road.
Okay, see, I'm trying to do my job and
We'll
put
go
on
down,
an
we'll go down
entertaining
the
show.
spiritual road. We're not going to go down that road.
Understood. Completely. Well, all right, that's the attitude, though. I think I've conveyed the attitude pretty well.
Here's the thing. We had... I think...
We were blessed with opportunities.
We experienced it. You know, here's the thing. We've had amazing blessings as kids growing up, and as teenagers, we lived. We went to New Orleans. We went to the beach. We experienced, and we had abilities that was really weird.
Well, this is the place to tell them. Give us just a couple of color examples. Come on now, make it a show. Tell the story.
Where do you want to begin?
You know what? You framed it as we go to the beach, we go to these places.
All right, we were handed like the key
how
to
does
the
that
world.
fold in?
Jake, we were handed all this opportunity, like a big golden key, and as youngsters, and we got to put the key in different doors and open them up.
Here's the thing, Jake. Let's try to go down this way. We'll try to rewind.
You see where I'm trying to go,
I
right?
think so. All right, we had an amazing spiritual teacher, right?
Sure.
God extremely blessed us, but also we had an unbelievable background and connections to secret societies.
Okay.
And it's strange at that time that we didn't connect the dots that everything happens for a reason, and everybody was placed for a reason, and we never connected the dots that the way these doors open. We thought, oh, we're that special, but it was already set in stone what was going to happen before we ever knew it.
So that's great color for what I'm about to ask next.
Okay.
Or I'm about to imply. So you went to summon Old Scratch. Were you going for anything other than that?
No.
Why? Because you wanted to rough him up?
Wanted to
Is
push
that
the
all it is
envelope.
to it?
You know, all right, here's the thing.
I want to say that it's probably not as well a formed plan as maybe.
You want me? I can tell you the truth, and it's going to sound horrible.
That's okay. As long as you're willing for me to not edit it out.
Just, you might as well say
All right,
it.
let's be honest.
All
Since
right,
we're
just-
telling the stories, David.
Okay. Which this story is really a weird kind of twisted story, because the story had started with Sean. We ended up coming into the story towards the middle of it, and I think I know what Sean was trying to do during the day.
I did.
We all know you prepped for that.
I did not share with everybody what was going on.
Absolutely not. You never do.
But Hump knew something.
Sure. You can always tell.
I brought reinforcements.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if the point of us doing that was to see if we could do it, right? To see if you're just that conceited, and you want to see like there's two tough kids in the block.
So you're going around again. You gonna tell me the truth, or are we gonna have this merry-go-round?
Like how?
Why? It's a simple answer. Why did you try and do it?
I think I know, but I think I'm way off.
Go
left
try it,
field
David, and
with it.
see.
I think he wanted to test the waters, because like I said, this had started prior to us coming. It was all part of it.
Sure.
I think at the time Sean was trying to find a angle as far as a loyalty, power. All right, let's talk real talk.
All right.
He was hanging around some cupcakes. He knew he had cupcakes, and he wanted to push the limit.
Well, when you got to be careful when you say when you take cupcakes. The cupcakes were brought for a reason. You know that. Let's just be honest.
Okay, yeah.
Brought to eat, because they're cupcakes.
I love
Sorry.
cupcakes.
The cupcakes was brought for a reason.
Don't fart on the cupcakes.
The cupcakes had to be brought.
That's right.
It's for cakes. Now.
All right, the cupcakes was brought
This is such a weird.
It's just we're talking. Yeah, it's weird, but it's.
There's
true.
no other way to talk
There's
about
no
it. If
other
you
way
want
to
to talk
talk
about it, you
Hey,
gotta talk
I got
about
it.
in
I got
code.
it. I got it. I got it.
The cupcakes was brought, and then when the realization that the cupcakes was in danger, I couldn't let nothing happen to them.
Yeah, because it was way out of control.
Did you abort or did you go through?
Abort.
So it wasn't a full ritual.
Oh no, the ritual went down.
Oh,
Well,
hey.
When you say okay, well, the ritual goes down. I understand that. Now, how do you abort from that? How do you get out?
All right, what my plan?
Is that where the story picks up, basically?
Basically, what we did is that we did it before. I set it up before, and we was going back at midnight,
Got it.
and we got headed off at the pass. We got jumped. Like I said in that story. I'm gonna be honest. I think when we did it, it's almost like we got trapped in a weird way somewhere else, right?
And when you say somewhere else, it's like you got trapped in a different plane.
Yes, all of us.
It was Earth. It was here, but not really.
Like when we was there and everything was happening, it was like we didn't exist. And when there was in that car chase, it was weird.
It was in real time, but it wasn't. Like it was. You know how you take a VCR and you can slow it down and pause it, but you're still seeing the video, but
So-
it's just slowed down. That's exactly how it was.
So, given your intent, what you were trying to do, and given what you expected, I assume you expected something different.
No. I knew what I was getting. All right, here's the thing. Let's. All right, I don't know where you're going. I'll tell you this much, right?
I'm just saying.
I wasn't there to sell anything.
Okay, there we go.
I absolutely not was there. I would never sell anything. I ain't got nothing to sell. I wouldn't have sold it.
Right.
But the point was, would we bring bait? Yes. Was there a thing where you thought that you could get scratching? I don't know what we was trying to do. I don't know what I was trying to do.
Looking back on it, it's hard to put yourself in the same mindset.
Yeah, I can't be there again. I wasn't gonna sell my soul. If that's what you're saying, that's the furthest thing I would have never done.
So, technically, it wasn't really a ritual for that.
Oh, it was a ritual to conjure. There's only one way to do that.
Yeah. So straight up,
We call for 'em.
Jake,
you were bringing now. I'm gonna ask, and you don't have to tell me.
Okay.
It'll still go on the show, and that's fine. Did you take something personal from everybody?
Only the cupcakes.
That's what I thought.
The only way you can do it.
That's dirty.
No, not really. It's
Yes,
not
sir.
really that dirty. 'Cause
Okay.
think about this.
Hey. Okay.
Jake,
David's gonna try to spin it. Go ahead, David.
it's not spinning. It's the fact.
You want me? There's no way to lie about that.
I knew at 3:00 in the afternoon something was wrong.
It's okay. It's okay.
Because-
I've never
because
heard this before.
We loaded the troops up,
You can't do it without doing that.
No, you can't. I agree wholeheartedly.
but
But I wouldn't let nothing bad happen to them.
And that's why what happened. Now, okay. Think about this. Do you credit yourself and yourself only for coming out unscathed for the most part? Minus
Oh
the
God,
truck?
no.
What saved you?
Oh God, saved me. Without a doubt.
What saved the cupcakes?
God. Oh, that wasn't me. Nothing we've done, the people we've helped, the cases we worked, is not me.
Right.
I mean, we've all been a tool for God.
God.
Absolutely. I mean, there is no shape or form. Even the things that we're able to do is all a tool from God.
All right.
And let's say if you think you're a tool from God, and you told something, somebody's been told you that your whole life, and you don't feel like it. You're unhappy. You don't like your areas. You've seen all this bad stuff, and you're like, if you tell me I'm this, well, let's see the devil. Let's see if you can do something with this tool.
Sounds like Chantal to me.
That's basically
It's okay.
that's the way. That's how you thought.
I ride with you. I ride or die with you. So it's all good.
That was a frame of thought. But here's the thing.
And now I want to frame it up for you. All right. All right. See, remember where I started.
Yeah.
Remember how it progressed.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna try and show you how to drive a truck through the mud. You punch them in the face. You get in the truck and you drive it through the mud and you wreck it.
Yeah.
They tow that wrecked truck out. They get you another truck. Who is that?
God. I mean, but you're
No
saying
matter what you do, you got a purpose. you're gonna fight it, and you're gonna run from it the entire time, and no matter what you do, you got a purpose.
Yeah.
So guess what happens if you embrace your purpose and you live with it?
What's that?
You get blessed.
Yeah. Well. Here's the thing.
You keep thinking you're gonna have to give something up.
Well, you saying that, but I'm 43, single, and homeless again. So
And
so
what
if
have you
got
done?
any
And
blessings,
what have
throw
you
the
done?
bitches down
What have you
here.
done? Hey, what have you done your entire life?
But you know what? I've had a good time. I ain't got no regrets. I'm
Yeah.
very blessed.
I'm not saying.
I'm very
listen,
blessed.
Listen, you missed the point. Or maybe you get the point. And you're
I
deflecting
get
like
the point.
nobody's
I get
business.
the point. But here's the thing. That night, here you got to understand. At that time period, what we did, ritual was a immense part of our life.
Yeah, and that's what made it so powerful.
It made it that much more powerful.
Yeah.
It did. It really, really did. But, David, you remember that night when y'all chased those things that ran us off the road. Y'all shot at it.
Yes.
Tell us what you remember about it.
You have to imagine of seeing something in like human form, but it's there and you see it, but you really can't put a feel on it. You can't touch it. It seems like time had stopped completely, that you were in a different place, a different plane. And, after we chased it for a while, a vehicle left the road, we chased it for a while, we actually shot at it to stop it, and it disappears in front of you. But then, when you go back, time starts again. It's like we literally left this plane and went somewhere else. And it wasn't just me. It was what was cool about the whole night is not one person was there by themselves. Not one person experienced something on their own. It was multiple people experiencing the same thing. And it was like it was done on purpose for us to see it.
The craziest thing about that night, David, you tell me this. If you've ever seen the old Ralph Macchio Crossroads movie at the very end when he's at the juke joints in the guitar battle, we was at a bar.
That was, yes.
The last bar before we left.
Yes.
That nobody really knows where it's at. And it was literally a place where there was more women than men. It was
not real.
It was the weirdest place we've ever been.
We've never been in any place where everybody bought us drinks.
And
Guys,
yeah.
Yes.
hour and 15 minutes, baby.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't think we can get any better than that.
No.
If y'all want to know what happens next, guess what you got to do?
You got to listen to us next week.
No, you got to listen to us next week. That's right. And you got to check out the Crossroads Story.
That's right. And it's out. It's on our YouTube page, Midnight at the Crossroads. It's on our Facebook page, newly done Facebook, Midnight at the Crossroads. And you can also check through our individual Facebook pages, Jake Bell, Sean Sellers, and David Humphrey.
Yes. Are you guys good?
I'm good.
Are you
happy
good,
with
Sean?
the show?
I'm good.
I'm happy.
Huh?
All
Good.
right.
Well, until
Say
then,
goodbye.
everybody check out our social media pages. And from the lab, we wish everybody a good night.
Good night.